Hello, I'm Howard Carlson, Superintendent of the Wickenburg Unified School District, located in Wickenburg, Arizona. Sorry I can't be with you today, but obviously I'm back here in sunny Arizona, and I guess you're there in sunny Florida. But nonetheless, I do wish I could be there, but I am in the middle of a override campaign and needed to be back here in the district. But today I would like to be able to speak to you a bit about the benefits of OER. OER has been a great thing for the Wickenburg Unified School District. We actually began our journey 3 years ago when I met Delana and TJ. I met Delana at a conference in Utah, and we talked a bit about OER courses, and I was able to see the power of what they were doing at her school. And we were just very excited about that and what it might be able to bring to our particular district in our state. So we started down the path of developing OER courses, and we have worked with Mountain Heights Academy for a period of 3 years now, like I said, and we've been able to develop some courses that students are really benefiting from, and we're continuing to learn more and more about that process as time continues. I actually met TJ as we were developing or beginning to develop Flexbooks. We were working with TJ and Dr. David Wiley from BYU, and we started a consortium of school districts in the state of Arizona that worked through the process with their teachers of putting together Flexbooks. And today I can tell you that in the Wickenburg Unified School District, we're using Flexbooks at the high school and middle school level. We teach chemistry using a Flexbook, biology, algebra, geometry, and we're continuing to look at ways in which we can expand the Flexbook opportunity for our students. We are printing those in hard copy and delivering them to students in classrooms for approximately $5 a piece. But we also use them in digital format, which is a real benefit for our students as well. So nonetheless, I wanted to just give you that brief introduction before we get started. And now I'd like to spend a few minutes going through some of the benefits of OER and how they are making a real difference in the Wickenburg Unified School District. There are 5 areas that I would like to cover. One is talking about collaboration and partnerships. That is a huge area when you look at OER, and it has really been able to, or it's brought a lot of opportunity for us in terms of being able to work with others. I also want to talk about knowledge sharing and some of the opportunities we have in that regard. Cost savings and efficiency. That's another huge area that OER and specifically Flexbooks have brought to the district. I will also then spend some time talking about quality improvements. I really think that maybe above all other areas, quality improvements are a huge area in terms of OER and what it is doing in our schools. And then finally, I will conclude by talking about support for independent learning. And I think we all know the benefits that students are gaining in terms of OER and how that impacts them as independent learners. Regarding benefits, I want to start by talking about collaboration and partnerships. When I think about collaboration and partnerships, I think about the openness of OER. Dr. David Wiley talks a lot about the openness and the benefits that brings. And ultimately what that does is it enables us to develop partnerships with other schools, other districts that really are amazing, and are partnerships that, at least in my career, I have not had the opportunity to be involved with. We've established partnerships and collaborative efforts with neighboring districts, other districts in the state of Arizona, and also with districts in other states such as Utah, and that has been a real benefit for us. But there's really 3 different partnerships that I would like to briefly outline for you that I think are very powerful. First, looking at the state of Arizona, we developed a 4-district consortium which is working together with Dr. David Wiley and with TJ in developing Flexbooks. And these Flexbooks are being shared among consortium members, and we're continuing to talk about how we can move forward and develop new books, and ultimately maybe even put together a website where that information can be shared with others across the state and obviously across the nation. A second partnership that we have developed is in working with the Nebo School District in Utah. What a wonderful group of people those folks are. They have been very welcoming. We have visited Nebo. They have helped us in the development of our chemistry book. They have given us various processes that we can follow as we move forward in developing Flexbooks. And again, just a great group to work with, but that would be an example of where we've worked across state lines. And another example of that relates to our partnership with Mountain Heights Academy as we are developing OER courses. Mountain Heights Academy has worked with us to develop our own courses. Their staff have been in our district and have worked with our staff. And as a part of that partnership, we continue to gain ongoing benefits as we talk back and forth, share information, and ultimately, these are the types of collaborations and partnerships which OER, I believe, really creates for school districts in not only Arizona, but across the nation. Now I would like to speak to you about knowledge sharing. OER lend themselves to knowledge sharing once again because of their openness. When you have the ability to work across entities, across states, across nations, across countries, I think that sharing of information will make a huge difference for K-12 schools. We currently work with CK-12, as I mentioned earlier, other school districts, charter schools, Georgia Virtual, NROC, and again, I think that as the OER movement develops, you're going to see more and more of this knowledge sharing take place. I also believe that OER are powerful from the standpoint that they're breaking down previously existing walls of isolation and withheld resources in school districts and schools. Oftentimes there was a lack of ability to share. People did not want to share their resources. But I think that with this movement, you're seeing those walls starting to break down, which is going to be a huge benefit for everyone. And finally, OER again create an opportunity where the world becomes your professional learning community. You have the opportunity to work with others, not only again in different states, in neighboring districts, but across the world. And I think when you bring that power to a movement like this, it truly will make a difference for teachers and school districts as they move forward. Now I would like to talk to you about cost savings and efficiency. I truly believe that OER will revolutionize K-12 education. As I do these presentations and talk to different groups about OER, Flexbooks, that type of thing, I always am trying to point out the fact that, again, we are going to see a major movement, a major change in K-12 education. And in 10 years, I think clearly things are going to look much, much different than they do today. Examples of this would be Flexbooks that, again, cost $5 as compared to a $100 textbook that you would purchase. And think about the power of a Flexbook. The fact that teachers are involved in developing this book, they have ownership in it. Clearly, it is aligned with the standards that the district is teaching. And ultimately, then when you pull all that together with reduced costs, it's an amazing change for the educational landscape. Also, when you look at OER courses, and again, your ability to move away from commercial product, although you likely won't get 100% away from commercial products, the bottom line is that You're able to save tremendous amount of money and again really engage staff from the standpoint that they are developing these courses. They have ownership, that alignment takes place, they can update the courses as need be, and it's an amazing benefit for kids. And then finally, looking at the potential option of open intervention systems and student support programs. I think that, again, as you look at tools like Khan Academy, you can see the benefit that is coming down the pike in terms of cost savings and efficiency. Together, I think, again, these various components of OER are truly going to create major cost savings and efficiency for school districts. Likely the benefit that is most important for me or most exciting for me is the area of quality improvements. And I see this as an amazing opportunity when you look at OER from the standpoint that, again, as I mentioned earlier, teachers now have the ability to be able to develop books, courses, and because of that, they are going to make sure that they are locally aligned. And when you look at the fact that these are locally aligned, you know that a much higher degree of either the book or course is being used than what you might have had with a commercial product. Also, when you look at the fact that books and courses can be kept up to date, that again is a huge benefit. So often we have lived in education where we have had a textbook or curriculum that we did not have the ability to change. And so teachers dealt with that either by skipping those materials or trying to go out and find different materials to make up for what is being lost. But again, the fact that they can control how these are being updated and developed, just an amazing benefit in terms of quality. The final area relates to the fact that when you develop books and courses that are fully aligned with what you are teaching locally, ultimately that is something that is going to increase student achievement in your school or school district. And as I stated, when you look at this, it truly does have the power to make a huge difference in terms of quality and where schools and school districts go academically. The final area I would like to speak to you about today is support for independent learning. When I look at the materials that we are putting together, again, whether it be OER courses, flex books, so on and so forth, I am seeing where we have an opportunity to develop items in different formats. EPUB, which again can be used on an iPad. We can create PDFs that a student can use on a computer, Mobi for Kindle, or we can complete a hard copy of different items. And again, through this process, we have the ability to create a much broader access for students in terms of their independent learning. Also, the fact that when you look at OER courses and the fact that they are developed locally, students have greater access, again, not only to the material, but to those that have developed those materials. And so that ability to learn independently really is enhanced. And again, as a common theme throughout this is the fact that when you look at open resources, you are able to reduce costs in tremendous ways. And because you are able to reduce costs, the independent aspect of learning can increase because clearly you have an ability for students to be able to gain access to many more materials than what they might have been able to gain access to in the traditional school system. So again, I think the support for independent learning that comes from OER is transformational in terms of how students are going to be educated as time progresses. As I conclude, I would like to thank you for allowing me to share with you today. I truly believe that OER has the power to revolutionize the way we teach kids in our K-12 systems, and then obviously at the university level as well. I think that this is a movement that is going to continue to grow and grow, and we're excited to be a part of that in the Wickenburg Unified School District. If you have questions for me or for the district, we would be more than happy to entertain those. In a moment, you will see information on the screen where you can contact us, and again, we'd be more than willing to talk to you. Thank you for your time today.